This is really about the aggregation of power in a few hands. Every one of these poll questions go back to that central idea: who's in control and how much control do they have?
Welcome back to Wake Up America. You were just listening to our next guest, who is filing an anti-competition lawsuit against Google, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost. Dave, welcome to Wake Up America.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
No, we appreciate you coming on. So let's talk about this. You want Google to be declared a public utility in Ohio, which would make it subject to government regulation. So why is this so important to you?
Well, Google favors itself by using its dominance in the marketplace to try to promote its other lines of business. So it dominates in search, and it tries to use that to promote its YouTube business, its Google Flights business, and on and on.
And I know you discussed this further in your lawsuit. We actually have a bit of that clipped out, I believe. It states Google intentionally disadvantages competitors by featuring Google products and services prominently on result pages, something you were just discussing. So in December, you joined 36 other attorneys general to sue Google. So do you think this will start, say you win your lawsuit, will this start a domino effect with other tech giants?
You know, that's an interesting question, and we're kind of at the cutting edge of the development of the law here. So I'm hesitant to make predictions. But look, we're not trying to regulate Google. We're trying to say that because of what it is, this unregulated public utility, that it has certain legal duties under the law in Ohio. Once we get this, the court to declare them a public utility, then they have a duty to provide equal access, to act in the public interest, to fair dealing. And they say that their slogan is "do the right thing." Well, Ohio law tells you when you're a public utility what the right thing is to do. And so we're hoping that this is going to not bring the heavy hand of government down, but to recognize that they've gotten so big that they've got a legal duty to all the rest of us that they have to live up to.
Now, Mr. Attorney General, it's not just Google. Facebook was slapped with a lawsuit by the Federal Trade Commission, the former U.S. Assistant Attorney General for the Antitrust Division, asking this question. Let's take a listen.
The question is, are these technology platforms, utilities to convey information between you and me? Or are they publishers with the same editorial standards as CBS, Wall Street Journal, and NBC?
So I want to ask you, what do you see as the danger of corporations controlling what you can and can't say, or what you can and can't do online?
Well, it's a significant challenge, and the current law is not really up to it in a lot of areas. Look, these like the robber barons in the industrial age that gained a huge amount of power and were able to have the size and scope of a government. Some of these tech giants have gotten so large that they can do what the government could not do, which is to control what you're allowed to see and hear and know about. Now, whether they've exercised that power is a debate that we're having in America, and how they're exercising that power. But I don't think anybody would really argue that they don't have it. Mm-hmm. And I think we need to recognize that when a company becomes as powerful as a government, it's time to be asking some serious questions about our freedom.
And let me ask you lastly, you talk about control, which a lot of people focus on, also censorship, as they call it. Another criticism that these social media giants are facing is censoring voices perhaps they don't agree with. A big example, former President Donald Trump. But do you think these business practices, the political ideas of these companies, they're intertwined, let's say, and they're censoring because it's good for business? Or what do you think the motive is here?
No, they are imposing their political views on their business decisions. I mean, upsetting half of your customers is not good business in any business. And it's clear that they've got a set of values which they're allowed to have. This is America. They're allowed to be liberal or progressive or whatever they want. The challenge comes when they use their power to affect the rest of us.
Yeah, it never seems like a good business decision to alienate half your customers. All right, Attorney General Dave Yost, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.